Well, guess who's back?
Who's back?
Brenanigans are back.
Oh, good. Brenanigans. No more trying to, don't post that because that's cringe or that's unprofessional. Like, no, we're just going to start posting stuff that we like. Serious.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yes.
Oddball, goofy humor. Goofy,
I know. I feel like
memes.
Our first 6 months, and we got to give ourselves credit. We literally decided to do this 6 months ago. What I can say, no, stop it.
YouTube straight.
Dorky. And cut. We're going to fix it there. What I feel like it's so easy to forget just like how far you came. And I know we talked about this on one of our earlier videos this year, but like we just had this idea 6 months ago. And like that's that mindset that comes in that's like, oh, urgency, you're not good enough, I gotta perfect it, you gotta like, no, you learn.
I should be further along.
Right, yeah, you learn through just like doing kind of. And I thought how cool that like this 6 months we spent getting so in tune with like ourselves and what we care about and what we want to do and how we want to help people. Like screw, revenue profits this year. The fact that we know like what our vision is, what our passion is, like how
we got the groundwork laid out.
Yes. And I think that's so important.
Built the website.
It's kind of ridiculous.
My honey coded everything.
I did, well, because
link this website, this went, this goes here, that goes
that's
there.
like a whole
built the whole way.
Other topic. I will teach myself how to do anything. I love learning. I'll learn about anything, but then the problem is it's like a whole rabbit hole, and I have to zoom out and be like, am I a web developer or am I just like a creative person, And anyways, what we just decided is instead of trying so hard of like, what type of
once
coaches...
this is perfect, then that'll happen. Or once this will happen, then that'll happen. Then we're waiting on all these little buckets to perfectly align. When we try to sell this house, too many things had to line up. Instead of us just being grateful for working hard and being in the moment. Or where we worked hard to get. Instead of waiting for the next thing, we decided to be in the now. We decided to change up the whole house. We got the whole house all groovy.
That was really cool. I either am like super obsessed, like all in, or I'm very reserved and like avoidant. And at first I was like, game on, like so excited for this. But I think I just had like impractical expectations of like timeline and like what it takes to build something like this.
Honestly, it's real easy to get down on ourselves and be like, you know what? We should be a lot further along. We should have this. It's been 6 months. We should have a whole slew of people that we're working with. What's taking so long? But then I need to reframe it and be like, you know what? We started this from the ground up.
Yeah.
My honey is just putting all her time and energy into researching how to have this business, this dream of ours, thrive and take off. And it's taking some groundwork.
But let's pause there because you made me think of something that I want to circle back to. I know, ha ha ha, circle it back. Me and my famous...
Oh, that'll be another shirt.
Circling it back. Oh, to circle it back. Oh, yeah, coming soon. Okay, coming soon.
Where's the plug for this?
Coming soon, our Estrella shop, all right? It's kind of like our digital bookstore. We've got guides in there, short books all under 2 hours, audio. Coming soon, we're expanding it to include merchandise. Think all of your favorite Rileyisms, catchphrases. We've got heaven in a handbasket to circle it back.
And what's our suite?
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But anyways, why was I talking about that?
I don't know, you gotta circle it back.
Oh, because I said like sometimes, okay, so on one hand, like, yes, we have to give ourselves more compassion and like accept where we're at. But to another degree, like the amount of times I just spend like trying to figure things out, or the amount of times I spend researching, oh my God, on one hand, like, yeah, that's just how my brain is. I've always been like that since a kid. But on the other hand, I realize it's a form of like distraction / self-soothing. Like, the more I know, the safer I'll feel, you know, but it can like lean into obsession and almost like OCD checking. think that's why so many autistic people get either
You call me a checker?
Oh, you do. You check everything. This one's totally neurodivergent. He just never really like used the label, but well, and here's the thing too. As Tim's talked about a little bit, he has his journey of sobriety. I'm a big believer that a lot of people that find themselves struggling with addiction are actually neurodivergent or have a different neurotype. And so if you're familiar with the biology behind that, the brain's makeup when you're someone that has a neurodivergent brain is either like highly connected. Parts of your brain, you have more connections through your neural pathways than you would if you had a neurotypical brain. And so that's what can make people have like some gifted intelligence. However, that's also why sensory needs are higher. That's why people experience pain differently, emotions differently. And thus, that's why there's also a high propensity like using coping substance abuse. It's all due to either like or I don't even necessarily know if there's a difference here, because then you can tie it into epigenetics. But I personally think that people that struggle with addiction either have a different neurotype of brain or they've had a lot of trauma in your life. Because then what happens is your nervous system is dysregulated. You don't understand your emotions. You get overstimulated easily because you're constantly in that fight or flight response of your brain. And what do? Your body naturally is looking for a way to handle that internal agony and that pain, right? It wants to like numb it and
use it as an escape coping mechanism.
Yes. And I hope that gives you like insight into the coaching Tim and I are going to do, because I recognize when we started doing this, it seemed very like disjointed and all over the place. I mean, I didn't even know like what the business was going to be when I quit. I just knew I wanted to do my own thing. For a long time, that was how Tim and I got in touch with ourselves. Tim went to his meetings. I was going to a group therapy. I was going to like 2 different personal therapists. I did so much therapy. And I got kind of sick of it, as crazy as that sounds. But like the beginning of this year, I just thought, when does it end, right? Like all I'm doing is like rehashing and like this. And like, I want to just live my life, right? Mm-hmm. And so like anything that I do, I usually just am 0 or 100 balls to the wall. I'm done trying to like fix that part about myself. And I just said, no more therapy, like I'm done. And what was cool is that I feel like the personal branding and publicity program helped us get in tune with like what our natural strengths were. And here's how it's gonna come back to the whole point of this video. Is the fact that as we were doing this, we also were working with social media mentor, and a lot of the feedback that I was getting, even from like people I know that would watch my videos and would message, would say something to me along the lines of like, well, it's cool, but like, what is it? Like, I don't really get it. Or you need to pick one lane, or you need to do just this. And I was getting really depressed because I'm just like, okay, but you don't understand my vision. Like,
I got all these ideas.
I know. And that's my problem. I've been like this since I was a kid, is like, I can see the end. I see the finished product. I have such a hard time building like milestones for myself to get, yes. And I'm not good at communicating it all the time either. Like, it could be something as simple as a dinner. Like, I have, lemon, citrus, Alfredo, something or whatever, like in my head. And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be so good. And he'll be like, okay, well, what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know.
What can I do to start this? And that's why.
But I don't measure things.
Opposite.
I don't write. Like, I just.
Measure with love.
All of that to me is what would like make me start to like get overwhelmed. So just like F it. Like I literally whatever I feel like. And what I found is that this is like, it ties the business into our personal life, which is cool because we got sick of like trying to dilute ourselves and put ourselves into like one lane. At least I was getting really sick of it. I am a personal trainer. I do teach fitness classes, but like I got away from structure and like, you know, linear progression. All of that is important and good. But me personally, I found through this process that like movement for me really was like a mental health sort of thing, you know? And then the mental health though ties in with like the mindset. And so I've got this retreat. We want to do all this cool stuff. And I see it in my head that I'm like, I was really struggling with how to break it into steps and dilute it, because it's not like one day we're just going to wake up and have a roster of, you know, 50 people or something and a retreat built. Like it just doesn't work like that. And
step by step. This
has always been my problem, and this is always why people tell me that like I'm out of control or I'm not practical, I'm not logical. Like I actually am extremely logical. I am so obsessed with research and logic. I just am not good with things that are not holistic picture. I love rabbit holes. I will find connections from one to the other, but like you tell me like how can I, she'll just ask me a question. Okay, well, how can I help you with that? I don't know. And I'm like, wow, I'm terrible at delegating. And so what happens is then I get angry and then I'm frustrated because I'm like, I know this is going to work. I can get myself angry now because it's been like that my whole life. Like growing up when I was, you know, I would do my homework. Like I didn't always do my math answer the way everyone else did it. And I would still get the right answer. I was in gifted classes. And then I would miss the point because they said you didn't do it the way we told you to do it. Why the F do I have to do it the way you told me to do it if I got the same answer? Mine works, you know? And so I've never been good with like a lot of patience when it comes to that sort of thing. I've always been looked at as kind of bossy because I'd rather just be like, well, you know what? I'll just do it myself. And that only gets you like so far. I mean, if you want to scale, like what are you going to be? Am I going to be the micromanager? The person I hate? I hate micromanagers. I can't stand them. They make me sick. It's one of the reasons I wanted to quit my job so bad. And so I'm like, am I just going to be the micromanager? Am I going to be like my mom that was so up?
Get out of the kitchen.
Oh my God.
Don't touch anything.
Oh my God.
I'm cooking. I'm thinking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we had like tiptoe. I just cleaned that. Don't stop there. Like
we had Thanksgiving at our house.
But you know what? As much crap as I'm like saying that right now, I will become that in like a second. I will become that. And so all of this to say is like this program was getting me in tune with myself, and I found that I definitely do have to go back to therapy. Like just for like management, like we're gonna go at least once a month, right? But also, there's a reason that I was born with this neurotype, this personality that Tim probably has very similar personality too. And like, I'm talking all about like getting in tune with your nervous system. And I want to help clients have radical self-acceptance. And I want to help clients feel seen and heard. I want to help clients heal themselves through non-conventional ways, like listening to music and dancing and moving their body. I want to help clients understand that just because you feel something doesn't make it true. I want to help clients understand, like all of these things, you know? And I realize I can only do that by just being the Riley that just does it all. Like that is that is the brand, right? Tim and I don't just have, you know, like this one niche lane. It's not spiritual coaching. It's not personal training. It's basically like self-acceptance, healing all of, you know, this self-hatred or
unhealed trauma,
dysregulated emotions, like, and what the methods for that are is mind, body, soul. You're going to talk about it, you're going to journal, you're going to do some reading. But everybody's different. But everyone's different, right? Like, we have 6 steps that we created together. I call it anastasis. Anastasis, depends how you want to pronounce it. It's Greek. It means rebirth. And, or resurrection even. And it's basically the steps that we both went through in order to
change our lives.
Change our lives, right. I don't want to say heal ourselves because that doesn't...
Never fully heal.
Right, no.
It's an ongoing process.
It's an ongoing thing. But it basically takes what the journey looks like and condenses it down into 6 months, 1 month per step for our clients. And that's the thing is like, he doesn't want to stay in the AA rooms forever. Like there comes a point when you are ready to take what you learned and like give it back. I don't want to stay in therapy forever. And structure and community is good, but we don't want you guys to have to work with us forever. We don't want to work with you forever. If you're still working with, a coach or a therapist like years and years and years later, other than for just like light accountability, how much have you, some check-ins, some here and there, like that's totally fine. But how much have you really learned or at least like applied? Right. And everyone's different. But that's why, it's not a coaching program. Well, what do you do? And I realized this 6 months was really about believing in what we do, like not just pushing it off and like, oh, well, it's kind of like a holistic transformation program. Like it's just so vague. And we just decided the next step now, there's no more like researching, there's no more waiting, because that's self-avoidance. Those are those strategies that we're trying to help you break.
Perfect, then I won't do anything.
No, we gotta just start. So if you are an overthinker, an overachiever, or just plain over it, I'm telling you, like, this is for you. This is fun. This is unconventional. This is what
a deep dive at yourself.
Choose your own adventure. I love that term because seriously, it's a main character journey. You're gonna go into the depths of your mind, right? We start with what I call the descent. It sounds scary, but all it means is just getting in tune, radical self-acceptance. Yeah, you have to, if you're not honest with yourself, if you're not willing to, and here's the thing, honesty is not equivalent to shame. Shame is what can arise when you become aware of something that you don't like about yourself. It's a disconnect from yourself. And so I think a lot of times people struggle with self-acceptance type programs and therapy and that kind of thing because I don't want to do that. I don't want to look like, your mind and body know that there's probably going to be like some shame behind that. But here's the thing.
But why do you feel that shame?
But why do you feel it? Let's even go deeper. Let's go a layer below that. And then,
were you told to feel that way?
Right.
Brought up to feel that way?
Right. And that is what feeds into part 2. So months 3 and 4, which is the muscles portion. I call it muscles, mindset, muscles, magic. It's really the body portion, somatic portion. We had some epiphanies about ourselves, right? It probably brought up some uncomfortable feelings. I know in the past you've done inventories, you saw things about yourself and you're like, oh, I don't like that. And
I gotta change.
Right. But it's not just like snap my finger, I'm gonna push myself to be like, sometimes we need to literally process emotions, like stored energy, hormones, trauma. Like trauma isn't just this mystical, like bad thing that like, it's what it is it's patterns in your body that get stuck. And that can come out like chronic illnesses, that can be chronic pain.
Chronic overeating?
Yes. Habits that you have. That's just my personality. Right. Oh, that's just my personality, right? Like I'm just someone that I don't like to eat meals during the day. I just snack all day long. Really? Or is that a form of like needing to stim, response to being overwhelmed? Like there's so much to this. So we've ranted for quite a long time. We have not done our shared Brennanigans videos in quite a while. But
more to come.
We're excited. We're going to be coming back. We're going to be showing up for you guys. I can't even make this up.
No edits.
There have been people that emailed us watching our video asking us to do like this funny one. So I'm not making this up, guys. Someone requested, I believe her name is Rachel. She requested that we do this.
We got a request from your friend Sarah. We got a request from the other Tim Brennan. We got this lady Hose video. That's 33.
I know.
Requests.
So, just quick plug for the business. Our more educational videos where Tim and I sit down for like a half hour to an hour and just like talk and educate are going to be available in our digital lab. What's the digital lab? Well, digital lab is the digital version of what we do here. So mindset, muscles, and inner magic training, getting in tune with your nervous system. We take all of those books, courses, audio, everything that we have, and soon to come, our t-shirts. Those
T-shirts not on the digital lab.
I
in
guess
person
you.
only t-shirts.
You can rent a t-shirt and you can rent. I'm kidding.
You're
like a
Wii Sports character can have a t-shirt. What's that called?
An avatar.
Avatar?
Yeah. So anyways, instead of having to buy those things individually, you can pay $15.99 a month. It's like a membership to our digital lab. We put constantly new things in there. So you will have endless access. And that's where our long form video content will go. So from here on out, we're not going away. We will be hanging out with you. We will be sharing some clips of our life, more chats like this. But if you want the full thing, you want to go real deep into mindset, muscles, and magic, you know where to find us. Train Estrella Digital Lab. This is Riley and Tim Brennan coming at you from Brennan Vibes. We're going to go off and do some shenanigans. We will see you next time.
Adios.